Hello everyone, welcome back to the ClickyWalls channel. So we just got back from the Games Expo. I'm absolutely done in, back's hurting. I've decided I'm going to do a little bit of painting because I bought these paints, the Vallejo core set, true metallic, and it's quite good. Well, I think it's going to be quite good because painting metals is always quite difficult. So basically what you get with this kit is, let me just open it up and show you. So you get your colour chart there, and then there's 3 layers of paint. I think it's about 200 quid. And so for the blue, for example, so this blue, you get the light on the top, which is for your highlights. Then you get a base one, which is underneath, and then right at the bottom you get the wash. So for each of these colours you get 3 of each, and then you just paint your base colour, put the wash into the recesses, and then highlight with this light one. So that's what I'm going to do. So I painted this at the show. So painted this with P3 paint. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever used like furniture paint. It's called chalk paint, but it felt a bit like that when painting it. It felt a little bit gritty, but it went on really solid, and it wasn't too thick. Like some of the Vallejo paints are quite thick going on, you have to water them down quite a lot to use them, but they went on quite easy. It went on really smooth. I enjoy painting, not particularly great at it, but I do enjoy it. So I thought what we'd do is give him, he's got some blue, I don't even know what that is. What is that he's holding? I just looked at it and I won't tell you what I thought it was, but I painted it almost like it's water. And he's got those gold bits of his armour, and I was thinking some of that other armour, which is sort of like a reddy brown colour, maybe we could paint that up with a nice metallic red. With the castle build that we've got, I do want to have guards this sort of colour, so gold and red. I wasn't planning on having metallic red, but now I think I might. So we're just staying at the Premier Inn. No expenses spared for my wife. She only gets the best.
What was available.
So it's kind enough to give me a free little brush with it. I'm not sure if I've used the Vallejo ones before. Looks like it's got a nice tip on it. This is the number 1, so it's a good size for what I'm doing. I've got my non-bear made up.
This is the one I put paint in it.
I don't drink beer anymore, but it's really nice to have something cold and refreshing. What does this look like? I haven't got a palette, so see what happens. It's really awkward. Obviously I'm not set up, I haven't got any of my tripods or anything. Ooh, this is very awkward. Oh, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this up. Maybe I'll just paint one of his gloves. I'm just excited to use my new paints. Oh, this is a nice colour. Let's give him some nice shiny gloves. That's it, mate, that's all you're gonna get. So while was it P3?
P3.
Yeah. While they were really nice to paint with, this miniature was not very nice. It's the one that's like rubbery. It's like really flexible, which is great because they're nice and strong, and you can drop them and throw them around and they don't break, but it's not got great detail, so it makes it really difficult to get any of that nice edge highlighting, things like that. When you put your wash on, it's not brilliant either because there's no sort of little cracks for it to flow into. So I'm not sure what this video is going to come out with. It's very difficult. This camera here is my DJI, which is great for filming faces because it tracks and things like that. It's a great little camera. But this one down here that I've got the miniature in front of is a new camera that I bought. It's also DJI, but it's called an Action 4. I've only used it a couple of times. But well, I've used it quite a few times, but I haven't seen the footage yet. The reason I'm not using, or don't want to use, the Osmo 3, this one up here, the Pocket Osmo 3, is because when you're working close and you're doing this, it's constantly going in and out and jumping in and out of focus all the time. So it doesn't really work for close-up stuff, and it's designed to be handheld, so it's not great for setting up on the tripod either, because it's got the little gimbal on the top which allows it to track. So when you're trying to film something facing down, you got to keep setting the gimbal all the time. You pause it, it resets, and you got to set it again. So it's a little bit annoying. Although I might be a little bit close to it at the moment, I'm not sure. So it has got a little screen on it, but it's a bit small, the screen. I don't really see myself as a YouTuber. I'm just trying to share my experience, I guess. So that's the base coat. Here we go. Forged red. Let's have a little look. Don't know if it's going to be dry enough, but I've gone all up his arm. I might redo his gold, because I've got some gold. I could highlight it, which is interesting because I always struggle with metallics. How do you highlight silver if you've painted something silver? So you can't really, you paint it like, I don't know, bolt gun metal, and then do your silver over the top. But then that's a little bit harsh. Let's see what we got here for this. They did another kit like this, so this is just the painting kit, but they did another one which was, I think it was like 270 quid, something like that, and that had all the same colours as this, but it also had airbrush colour. Now I've got an airbrush, I very rarely use it. I tend to just airbrush like the undercoat down, like the primer. So if we print out a load of minis with the resin printer, and then we spray them all black, and then we do like Xenophil white over it, and then it gives you sort of like a grey tone. Yeah, this is nice. This is a nice red because it's obviously it's a little bit more orangey than the red, which is what you normally do with red. You don't add white to the red. You add yellow to the red. When you add white, you end up with a pink, a guy wearing pink instead of red. Well, that's really nice paint. Obviously Vallejo's a really nice quality paint. I did do some wet blending on this, especially on this weird thing that he's holding. I didn't do any dry brushing, I didn't have any washes or anything like that, so I did do a little bit of glazing on some of these bits, but again, like where we was at the show, the brush was a bit ropey. The miniature's not got the best detail. Now I'm kicking myself because I bought this. I bought this at the show, and I would have liked to have painted some of them now. I could have bought some glue while I was there, and then I would have been able to paint some up. I mean, I've only got metallic, so it would have looked a bit weird painting up the townsfolk with just metallic paints. But no, I was just excited with my new Vallejo there, so I just wanted to try them out. And I'm actually really pleased with that. The base coat, the washes, and then the highlights looks really good. Good trick. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.